In this video demo, I'll show you how to create a peaked roof like you can see, and to do this, you'll need to be able to find the perspective center. So the center of an object is normally what splits the left and the right evenly. But if we're looking at an object in perspective, this center line seems to get closer to the left. And this is because as the object goes back in space, it appears to get smaller. So now we have to find the perspective center. To do this, we choose the main face, or the end of the roof, and create an X going from one corner of the box that you have on that side to another. These will form an X. In the center of this X, the place where the lines cross, you will draw a vertical line that goes up as tall as you want your roof to be. This line represents the perspective center. This is the center of this rectangle in perspective. Now, the top of this line is extended above the rectangle because the very top of that line is going to be the peak of the roof, which I'm drawing in now. The sloped lines of the roof will run from the corners of the house's face to the top of this line. Now I erase any lines that I no longer need, and I have the front face of my little barn or garage or house here. Technically, I should be repeating this process on the back face as well, and I'll show you myself doing that now. But if you've already made the front face in perspective center, I won't count you off points if you just estimate where the slope of that back edge of the roof should be, instead of drawing another face for it and creating the perspective center again. If I am doing things the right way though, I'm going to connect that left vanishing point with that front peak of the roof to show how that peak of the roof goes back in space. The roof line will stop at that rear line, which represents the perspective center of the back wall. And now I connect the upper corner of the back wall to the peak of the roof in perspective to create the back slope. And I erase any lines that I no longer need. Now, since the slope of the roof and the side of the house form an angle, I add a line to represent that angle. And now I have my house, garage, whatever you want to call it.